Egypt. Birthplace of one of the most enigmatic civilizations in history. The Pyramid Tombs and the Valley of the Kings, the final resting places of powerful pharaohs. Of the possible 63 tombs in the valley, there is one that outshines the rest and has captured the world's imagination. The tomb of Tutankhamun. The boy king was just 18 years old when he died. But his priceless golden treasures have made him the most famous pharaoh of all time. His funerary riches have been displayed all over the world. But now they are all coming back to Egypt. Cairo. In the shadows of the Great Pyramids, engineers are building a $1 billion museum and research facility. The Grand Egyptian Museum will house all Tutankhamun's 5,000 treasures in one place for the first time in 100 years. One of the centerpieces of the museum will be Tutankhamun's golden coffin. Ahmed Abdrabu is leading the research process to get it ready.
I must be very careful. One of the big challenge for me to be responsible for the restoration of one of the masterpieces of Tutankhamun collection.
The coffin was one of many priceless treasures found in Tutankhamun's tomb. When Howard Carter's team opened the tomb in November 1922, they discovered a wealth of treasures and gifts the king would need in the afterlife. 6 disassembled golden chariots, his throne, and provisions of food and wine. Concealed behind a false wall was a stone sarcophagus protecting a gold-plated coffin. Inside it, 2 more coffins, the innermost made of solid gold and covered in gemstones. And inside that, the mummy of Tutankhamun, wearing a magnificent death mask, the most famous find in all of Egypt. Ahmed needs to discover how the ancient artisans built Tutankhamun's golden coffin. The inside is made of wood, but the outside is covered with a thin layer of precious gold.
Must be very, very careful because I am working on one of the masterpieces.
Under the lens, Ahmed discovers an extraordinary secret.
The thickness of the gold leaf, it ranged between 14 and 18 micron.
The ancient artisans could craft gold as thin as shrink wrap. But to get a flawless finish, they could not apply the gold directly onto the uneven, chiseled wood. Ahmed investigates closer and finds a mystery layer between the gold and the wood.
This is for the first time to see this.
Ahmed finds a 3,300-year-old secret, known only to the top craftsmen closest to the king.
This textile layer, I think it is linen.
The ancient craftsmen used linen bandages to smooth out the jagged wood and create a perfect finish for the thin gold. Almost 3,500 years later, we are still solving the mysteries of Tutankhamun. Ahmed is on the hunt for more clues.